I picked a few items from the Sweetie Bear collection by Flower Nose, and we're going to be testing it out in this video. I'm going to show you the products, apply them, show swatches, and I will also share my first impression thoughts. So let's get into it. Okay, so I do have a code with Flower Nose which gets you 5% off on their website. It is code Marley if you want to use it, if you want to support my channel. It is an affiliate code. I greatly appreciate it if you use it. So this is a very cutesy, high tea, cute little bear inspired collection. Very cutesy. I know it's not for everyone, it's quite over the top, but I'm into it. Okay, so let's start out with the perfume that I got from this collection. I am a big fan of Flower Nose perfumes. I feel like they are very underrated. I have two of them, one from the Swan Ballet collection and one I believe from the Midsummer Fairy Tale collection. They're like my favorite perfumes in my collection. I wear them all the time. I use them all the time. I feel like they do such a great job with them. I feel like they're a very sophisticated scent. They don't smell chemically at all. I feel like they really capture the essence of what they're trying to convey with the perfumes without making them too simple. I do think they do a great job, and these are $50 I believe, and that's 50 milliliters of perfume in a very cute, like over the top bottle. So if you've never tried their perfume, sometimes they also will put in samples with your order. I do think they do a great job. So this is the Honey Lemon one. By the way, I'll zoom you in a little bit. It feels a little bit more personal. Okay, so this is the Honey Lemon one. It looks like a cake. It is something. It's something. The packaging is something, but I do feel like it feels weighty. It feels nice. There's a lot of detail here. The cap is on very snugly. This is what it looks like when you like open it up. So this one, when I first smelled it, it smelled kind of familiar. I cannot really place it. It does smell very good. It smells really like what the name suggests. It smells like honey. It smells a little zesty, like lemony, but there's also some floralness to it. Like there are some floral notes. I kept the box over here so I can read you the notes. So the fragrance notes are floral, fruity, honey. Totally agree with that. It's a little sweet. It's a little zesty. And it's just a really good everyday, not too in-your-face perfume. You definitely smell it. When I wear Flower Nose perfumes, usually I use like 1 or 2 sprays and I'm good throughout the day. I feel like they last very well on me. So the top notes are mandarin, strawberry, berries, pear, and lemon. And then we have the middle notes, rose, jasmine, peach, sandalwood. I don't feel like this is overly florally. Just a little bit of that, not too much rose in it. And then the base notes are ambergris, if I say that correctly. I've never heard of this. Vanilla, musk, and caramel. Let me just spray a little bit on. I feel like it's especially fresh. A little sweet, a little floral. I feel like the lemon comes through a little bit more the longer you wear it. Like at first when you spray it, it smells a little bit more like a sweet floral. I think this is a really nice perfume. It feels in a way a little bit like it could be a Marc Jacobs perfume in the Daisy line, a little bit like that, just that sweet, feminine, fresh, but a little bit more special kind of perfume. I think it's a really great everyday scent. I do feel at this point that the other ones that I have are gonna remain my favorites, but I do really like this one. There is something about it. I feel like the balance between the sweet, the floral, the fruity, the zesty is done very well. They also sent me a little, whoops, that was my night cream. They also sent me a little tester of the caramel one. This is the Sweetie Bear perfume Caramel Bear. And this one, I'm kind of thinking, should I order this the next time I make an order from Flower Nose? This perfume, does it say the notes on here? The fragrance notes are creamy gourmand, definitely. Top notes are milk. Middle notes are cream candy, and then base notes are vanilla musk. This is the most edible creamy caramel scent ever. This is so nice. It just smells like a super milky creamy caramel, and it's so delicious. Like I definitely want to eat this. Like don't eat perfume, okay? But this is just, I sprayed a little bit on here. Let me just spray a little bit more. This is so nice. It truly smells like a creamy caramel. It doesn't smell too sweet. It definitely smells sweet, but it doesn't smell too chemically. I feel like they really got this scent right, and I'm kind of like, kind of want that, kind of want that. It's very on the nose. It's so good. It's really good. So I wanted to mention that one as well. I kind of wish that I could get like a fragrance testing bundle. Like if I could just order that with my order and just smell all the fragrances, that would be amazing because I'm a big fan. Then of course I also got some accessories with my order. We have the blush brush. The blush brush you basically always get with your order. It's pretty cute, but this is like the 6th, 7th one I got from them. I feel like I'm drowning in their blush brushes. I've already given a bunch of them away, but I still have a lot, and I'm kind of like, what do I even do with them at this point? Like, they're all pretty much the same. And now I have another one. And then I also have this little hair clip. It says Flower Nose. Personally, for me, I don't really walk around with hair clips that actually say like a makeup brand name. I mean, I feel like this is a little bit of a weird shape for a hair clip. I don't think we're gonna be doing that. Then let's get into the makeup. Okay, I didn't think that I was gonna love this packaging as much as I do. I think this is such cute packaging. This is the Sweetie Bear Collection 6-color makeup palette in 03 Mint Chocolate. These bronzy details with the mint blue and then the light buttery yellow. It looks so cute. I really love the kind of like contrast that we have here. The little like, I don't know, what is this chocolate shop? It's just like a little house. It's so cute. I think they have done a great job with the packaging once again. And then when you open it up, I think this is such a fun color story. So we have 4 mattes, a really light one. I feel like this is such a good, kind of like almost butter yellow matte. And then we have a mid-tone, kind of neutral brown, a dark chocolate brown. We have this mint and then 2 shimmers, a mint one and a yellow one. And this just looks so cute. Can't wait to get this on my eye. Swatch really well. Love the packaging from the inside as well. I think this is such a cute palette. Alright, let's start with an eye look. And I think I'm gonna go into this brown first in the crease. Imprints in these pans are also so cute with the bear. But of course I already ruined that because I swatched this palette already. So if you're not familiar with the Flower Nose formula, I have tried a lot of Flower Nose already. The Flower Nose formula is very easy to use, very beginner friendly. We have some ethereal shimmers. Usually they are not like super in your face punchy, but very ethereal, very beautiful. The mattes are very easy to use. Not the most pigmented mattes, but definitely buildable. You can definitely get somewhere nice with them. Like, look at this. This wasn't a lot of effort. Like, this was pretty easy to do. I do really like their formula. I think it's really nice if you're someone who likes kind of like softer, semi-neutral, semi-colorful looks. Then I'm gonna take that same shade and I'm gonna put that under my eyes. This is a really nicely pigmented matte and a beautiful kind of like toasty brown color. I feel like this. By the way, there's some shimmer still on this brush. Do I have a clean brush? Or at least a cleaner brush? No. Maybe this one? I feel like this is somewhat of a mix between a spring and a fall color story. This is really nice. And then I was thinking of really going in with this mint and really placing that on the lid and more into the crease here, like more in the middle. And then I want to go in with this in the inner corner, and then we'll see what we'll do with the shimmers. I just really want to see what this pastel shade is gonna be like. Is it pastel? It's a really punchy pastel. Every time I'm holding this up to my face, I get a whiff of chocolate. It's not as strong as the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette because that was in your face, but this definitely smells like chocolate if you really bring it up to your face. Like if you hold it here, you don't really smell it. So it's not overly scented, but there's definitely a chocolate scent to it. Okay, let's put this. That's very pigmented. Okay, nice. Put this in the middle. Okay. Blending that, not too much, but blending that a little. But probably most of the blend is gonna happen as I apply some shimmers, probably right there. Alright, and now it's time to go into this shade. That one swatched really pigmentedly, so I'm excited to see. I think this palette would have been absolutely perfect if we also had a brown shimmer. Then you could have gotten so many different looks, but yeah, it's just a 6-pan, of course. This is really nice. Building that up a little bit, bringing that under the eye a bit. Really cute. All right, time to get into the shimmers. I'm first gonna go into this mint shade. Let's see. This is what that looks like. It's a really nice match with that matte, and I'm just placing that a little bit on top of the brown as well, because it's a little sheer, more of a topper shade. That's really cute. And then going into the yellow shimmer, and this is just really nice. It seems to have almost like a cooler tone base, and then it shifts to a somewhat brighter yellow, and this is really nice as well. I kind of feel like these shimmers are taking over the look now, but yeah, this is really cute. I do like the base of those mattes. It does give a little bit more dimension to the look. Should I put this in the inner corner as well? I think I'm gonna be doing that. I'm just gonna go with it. So we're just building this up. This is a really beautiful shimmer. I really like it. I kind of want to put a little bit more of that mint shimmer on my eyes as well. These are kind of like, they almost seem baked, these shimmers. Like, these are not emollient creamy shimmers. I want to see if I can get a little bit of that on my eye with my finger. Oh yeah, that is what I want. Okay, this is what I want. Should I try and place a little bit of that yellow with my finger as well? I used to always apply my inner corner like this. Ooh, that's really nice. That is the shimmery eye look. I have so much fallout because I tried to apply these shimmers with a brush. Like, these are a little bit too dry to do that. I do think this is gonna come out really nicely, but I will have to go downstairs and get the Scotch tape that I've been too lazy to grab for forever. I think it's time. I think this is a little bit too much for me right now. All right, last step is gonna be the dark brown. I'm gonna use that as a shadow liner. I'm gonna use a precise brush. Sometimes I feel like I could go a little bit more like smoky with my shadow liners. See if I can do that. Like, this is a really nicely pigmented brown, but not too much. I feel like it's really easy to use. A little here. This is so nice. Like, that smoked out so easily. I want to grab a little bit more of the blue shimmer. Intensify. Okay, I think it's time to do a little bit of a cleanup. Or will I apply a little bit more of that brown in the crease? Kind of feeling that option, but a little bit more precisely, because this is such a nice brown. So let's apply a little bit. I'm just feeling contrast. This palette also makes me want to eat some mint chocolate ice cream, which is a flavor that I don't even really enjoy. I cannot even remember the last time that I had that. This is a good look. This is a good look. All right, let me fix some of that shimmer. Okay, the amount of shimmer that came off on that sticky tape, on that Scotch tape, was no joke. So if you want to apply these shimmers with a brush, I would say maybe spray the brush, use a glitter glue, that might help. But I do think this look came out really nicely. I really like it. Okay, next product I'm very excited by. We have more satin blushes by Flower Nose in this collection. If you've watched my latest new makeup updates, you know that I really love the satin blushes from the Shell's Jewel collection. I do feel like these might be a little bit more glowy. This is shade Luna Pearl. This is the most gorgeous, the best, the absolute best, easiest to use blush formula in my collection. This is not the most like in your face glowy, which I often also like. I do love a really glowy blush. This is just a little bit less glowy, so that I feel like this suits with any type of look. The only thing is, in this collection, there wasn't really like a muted pink, which is kind of like my go-to type of shade for blush. So when I saw they had satin blushes again and they had a muted pink, I was like, okay, I'm gonna order some things from this collection. So this is a Sweetie Bear collection silk satin blush in Rose Chanson 03. And this shaped like a cookie. This really makes me want to eat a cookie. This is so This looks so delicious. This looks so cute. I want to eat it. Okay, and then we open it up. I already ruined the embossing a little bit, but this is a really nice toned down, still pretty cool toned pink blush. I do feel like looking at this, that this might be a little bit more satin, a little bit less glowy, but as I move it around, I do see the glow in the pen. So we're gonna see how this is gonna look on the cheeks, but this might just be a little bit less glow. You don't see a thing. This might just be a little bit less glowy. So we're gonna try this rose shade and see how the formula is. I hope it's somewhat similar. If it's a little bit less glowy, I can definitely live with that. Should I just use the brush that this came with? No, I already unpacked it. Let's do this. Is it gonna be glowy or what is gonna happen? I do really like the amount of pigmentation these new blushes have from Flower Nose. I feel like the super matte blushes that they had, like they were kind of like setting powder and then they were really lightly pigmented. Okay, I feel like this is a satin blush. I feel like the blushes from the other collection are glowy blushes and this is like a slight, very natural sheen. Do you see that? There's no shimmer in this. Like this is just a slight sheen. Gorgeous blush. Absolutely gorgeous blush. Beautiful amount of pigmentation. Love the color on me. And it just has that little bit of life to it, but it's not the same formula. So that's good to know. Still love it. But I just feel like with the older blushes I have from them, I sometimes was a bit like, did I apply any blush? Like, is it there? Or is it more like a slightly tinted setting powder? And I have like fairly light skin, so it wasn't really like the most inclusive line. This is gorgeous. This is really beautiful. I'm really liking it. Let me look up close. There is a glow to it. It looks a little bit more glowy up close, I must say. Like there is something to it. I just feel like it is a little bit less glowy than those other ones, but I really love the color of this. I feel like it's really perfecting on the skin, which is really what I want in a blush. Like if a blush is not perfecting, it's not gonna be my favorite blush. And this definitely, still a little bit of shimmer on my face, but this definitely has the properties of a favorite blush. I've been liking taking my blush up a little bit more under my eyes. Yeah, this is really nice. Okay, I'm gonna take off my lip balm because I also have a lip product to try. A lip product in the shape of a cake. Okay, so this is the Coating Lip Jelly in GEO2 Puff Bear, and it's in this really beautiful kind of butter yellow packaging. This is gonna be a nightmare to store. I already knew that when I bought it. Am I gonna regret it? Maybe a little bit. I do feel like they came out with things shaped like this, like a lip product shaped like this before, but I don't remember exactly which collection. Might have been the Valentine's collection, which I didn't actually try anything from. It looks super cute. I do like this packaging does something to me. It just feels a little bit nostalgic. I don't know, it makes me think a little bit of playing high tea with my stuffed animals, something like that. This has a little applicator in the lid, and then you have the product in the cake, and it kind of looks like creamy, like a cream formula, but as you apply it, it kind of like melts a little bit and then it becomes more glossy. So I'm actually gonna apply a bit of a lip liner, and I'm gonna use Queen Vibes. By the way, I used up my Queen Vibes lip liner completely. I tried to take a photo of it, but my phone was just like, no, there's a tiny bit left. I bought a new one. I'm just gonna use a new one today. And I'm just gonna scoop out a little bit. It's not the most practical thing in the world. It kind of works, but it's not the most practical. It's more about the vibes. That's really nice. It turns glossy, as I said. Getting a little bit more difficult at the top. Like this is so short. Like, I cannot really go like this. Like I cannot. Like it's not long enough for that. It's really kind of like this balmy lip product. Balmy, glossy. This is kind of like a cool tone nude. Feels nice, a little bit on the thinner side. Like there's no stick or grit to it really. It is quite nice. But I think this is the type of product that you want to buy for the fun of it. I don't think it's very practical. Not practical to store, not practical to use. It is just very cute. It's not like it's a bad formula, but I feel like you can find something like this probably in a more easy to store packaging. Like it's kind of like a liquid balm that is a little glossy or something like that. Alright, and this is gonna be the finished look. I do have to say, I feel like Flower Nose did a pretty good job here. I think this perfume is gonna be something that I'm gonna wear more often. And nowadays I'm not really into floral perfumes, but I do feel like they did a really great job balancing all the notes here, and it's just very nice and fresh, and I feel like that honey makes it a little bit more special. I'm really excited to wear this one more, and I'm also gonna probably use up the little tester that I have of the caramel one. Very excited about that one. This eyeshadow palette, I love this packaging so much. I feel like the color story here, which also of course reflects the color story inside, is really nice. I love the combination of kind of like mints, teals, and like browns. This is so cute. I love the way my look came out. I think it's so nice. The blush, even though it's a bit of a different formula, I wish they were a little bit more like clear about like the difference in formulas, because I do feel like this is just, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It's a beautiful formula, but it is not the exact same thing. It's just a little bit less glowy. Maybe the other ones from this collection are a little bit more glowy. I don't know if that could be possible. It's a very nice blush though. I love the shade, love the way it looks. I just feel like this is really like lighting on my face in such a nice way. The lip product, I think I like it. I think I like it. It's just, this is very bulky, but it feels nice. It's a nice color. It's glossy. It's cute. I get it. I get it. It's just, it's a little bit more creamy, balmy than a gloss. So I kind of get the formula here. It's nice. I do like this collection. I think it's really cute. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.